Watching something the other day, and a pastor down in Richmond, where I'm from, her and her husband, they're not old at all, they're only in their 40s, and she got a call. She was in Richmond at the church. Her husband was to be preaching in North Carolina. She got a call, and they said, your husband's in the hospital, and he had some sort of crazy stroke, and they were going to have to open up his head to do surgery. And she says that I had to pause for a second. She said, because it's not like they were going to operate on his knee, but they were going to operate on his head. And she said, and I had to stop because there was one nurse who was saying, no, he's never going to be the same. So she said she didn't know what to do, and she said, then she heard the voice of the Lord say, I'm going to give you a miracle. Yeah. Oh my God. So just as the Lord spoke to her that day, the Lord's speaking to you right now. So I'm about to give you a miracle. See, some of y'all don't even receive it, so you ain't even respond. But if you know that you need a miracle and you receive the miracle, go ahead and give God some praise right there. Yeah, go ahead and laugh in the devil's face. So watch this. So she said she signed the papers for them to perform the operation on her husband. And she said she started praying. Oh, the Bible says that men ought always to pray. So she started praying. But this is what her prayer sounded like. Lord, thank you for the miracle. Oh, come on now. She said, Lord, thank you for the miracle. But this is what she said. She said, I said, thank you for the miracle. She said, I didn't ask for it. Because he already said he was going to give it to me. What has God told you he's going to do in your life? What has the word told you? So even if you have not heard the audible voice of God, ladies and gentlemen, his word, this book of promises has told you. Have you ever received something out of this book, ladies and gentlemen? What has God told you that he's going to do? Just thank him for it. Stop asking for it. Come on now, you're not blind Bartimaeus, laying by the side of the highway begging. Jesus told you, I'll give it to you. So she said, I didn't ask for it, because he said he already gave it to me. So I just thanked him for it. So she said she kept on praying, and she said at some point she was sitting down in her chair, and I'm gonna move on. She said she was sitting down, but when if you're an intercessor and when you spend time with God, anybody spend time with God this week? And you just spend time with God, no agenda. And you know how you get to praying, in what pastors do on Saturdays and Fridays, we get to preaching to ourselves. And what happens is, so somebody told me, they said, wait a minute, aren't you studying, Pastor? You outside walking. And I said, because sometimes you get into the presence of God, when it gets real good, you just got to pace back and forth, because something's going on. So she said, so I got to praying. She said, the prayer got so good, I had to start walking back and forth. And she says that when you do that, what's happening is that you're taking territory. So I dare you to get out of your seat real quick and just take a couple steps. Come on, take some territory. Based on what God said. I'm going to be